that we had this year, either you are not clear, your network is poor. Your network. But how do you want me to be clear on what I had not started? Some of you another subject. How do you want me to be clear on what I had not started? I hope now, guys, I hope it's not in order for someone to say I'm not clear on something I have not started. Okay. Now, from lesson 1, we have looked at a lot of things. From Coach Mo, that was last year. But where emphasis is just a minute. From lesson 1 up to where we are, we have learned a lot. I'm not going to teach anything new, but I'm just going to try to what I will just understand in our robots. Okay? So I may not be able to, I'm not going to teach anything new. But what we have looked at before, how can we apply it in our robots? That's where I want to put my focus. That's where I want to put my focus. Okay. Now let me share my screen. Someone is saying, am I loud and clear, guys? But I hope I'm loud and clear. You are breaking, you are on and off. Let me try. Change service provider. What about am I clear? Am I clear now? You are good to go. It's better. Someone clear. Okay. Now, I have given 3 important dates, and I want to talk about these dates right now. Number 1, yesterday, I think it was the 16th, the 15th, we had a court that was defining some few things with XRP, and the filing was done. The next date is 20th, which is the inauguration of Donald Trump as the President of the United States, the 47th President of the United States of America. I'm back with another device. I hope you can hear me. I'm back with another device. I hope you can hear me. Am I back? I'm back with another device. I hope you can hear me. Am I loud and clear? Yeah, network. It is just network. The network of these different companies is sometimes gets bad. Am I back? Morning. How are you? I have found a way. So let's continue. Now, 15th, the Security and Exchange Commission had to file a case, things to do with XRP, which I am not going to go through right now. And it was an important date. Mm? And it is what? An important date. It was a very important date. Now, on the 20th of this month will be Donald Trump coming in office. And I want to respond with the following. Number one, as Donald Trump comes in office, there are certain cryptocurrencies that are going to be able to give us very good funds of money. And I want you to note them. Those coins are going to do well. And the second date is the 10th of March, 2025, where uh, cryptocurrencies that fall in a category of ISOs 222 are going to do a fantastic work. Stop it. Stop it. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Stop it. Sorry, guys. Royal Q was getting stubborn. And I'm in his territory. Mm. Sorry. Now, on there are cryptocurrencies that I personally believe that are going to do very well because of Donald Trump. Now, some of them, I have talked about them before, and some I haven't. So let me discuss a few so that I get things clear. Okay, now let's go. Number one. Let me share my screen. When you go to Royal Q and then you go to exchanges like Mexi, you'll be able to find a cryptocurrency when you come here. There is this cryptocurrency called the Trump. Let's use the 4-hour time frame to get a better insight. This cryptocurrency called Trump can break its all-time high of $4.7 in this cycle. But if someone trades these coins, I would say that during this, you need to pay closer attention during the ceremony, because maybe after the ceremony, these coins could go down. Number one is this cryptocurrency called the Trump. Now, I know most of you might have issues with technical analysis. Well, maybe you may not know how to use these different indicators, which I'm gonna place some attention to. So some of these cryptocurrencies, they are going to be able to do well because of Donald Trump. Chichiro, the new thing. So because of Donald Trump coming in what? In office. Number two, when we come back to Binance here, you'll find that Bitcoin is going to continue going up. But like I usually say, that when it comes to trading, Bitcoin may not be able to give us a lot of money simply because it requires a lot of volume. For example, you'll find that there needs a lot of money for Bitcoin. I don't know if that makes sense for someone to move from one price to another. So, although it is a very good cryptocurrency, when it comes to giving money, it may not be so responsible on that. Number two, another cryptocurrency that I believe are going to do well, I think I just needed to point on them. I have talked about the ISOs 222. To me, these include XRP, but on XRP, XLM, HBAR, Cardano, ADA, Algo, IOTA, all of these, to me, I believe that a cryptocurrency called HBAR is my main tech. I've said it several times. HBAR could be a game changer because of its ecosystem. I believe that HBAR could rise up to $5 in this bull cycle because of its ecosystem. It's a very good cryptocurrency. But now, I am never loyal to any cryptocurrency. I hope those who have attended me, I'm not loyal to any cryptocurrency. But how are we going to use the knowledge we have been learning before we continue with more knowledge? We apply it in our business and be able to make good money. Let me pick iOS for the start. And on our Royal Q platform here, we are blessed with a chart. And this chart has different time frames. And this chart on top, it has the 24-hour highest price. It has the 24-hour lowest price. And it has the 24-hour volume and the total 24-hour turnover. So when we throughout all the different classes we have had, we have basically been able to look at different indicators. And these indicators, some apply in the chart, others apply to show us market direction. And all of them are very key. So, like I usually say, I'll keep it so that I don't confuse. You can always look at market in a bigger time frame and look at the market in a shorter time frame. Shorter time frames will always give you entries in the market. Bigger time frames will give you a big picture about the market. And so, if you have issues with finding coins to trade, Royal Q has simplified this task for you. For example, in the charts, we have what we call the moving averages, which I may not be able to discuss, but I'm going to just talk about them. What are moving averages? Even if you put them in the 4-hour time frame, even if you put them in the 1-hour time frame, no matter which time frame you choose, moving averages help you define the trend of the market. And you can easily understand that this coin I'm trading is either on an uptrend or it's on a downward trend. And you can decide to keep in this trade. You can trade this coin as long as you can get that insight. Now, if we take the example of EOS here, all of you can see that we have a purple color here, which is a 30 moving average, which looks at 30 candles. A moving average is just a soothing line that looks at the average performance of that particular coin you are trading. Number 2 here, if you are using an iOS, this is a 20 moving average. A 20 moving average, which looks at the past 20 candles. Command that dog to go back. Just command it. Okay. Which looks at the 20 candles. Then we have this one, which is basically a 10 moving average, looking at the past 10 candles. Okay. Then we have the last one, which is what's going on. What's going on? I think I don't know who tried to log into this account and I stopped my screen automatically. So let me come back. Now, these things are key. You can trade a coin and stay in this coin, trading it non-stop by just observing that simple fact. Now, when this formula is simple, below we have a 30 moving average, followed by a 20, followed by a 10, and followed by a 5. Meaning that the biggest moving average is below 30, 20, 10, then a 5. This coin is on an uptrend. And the uptrend has not ended. So how do you see that? It means that the big moving average is the one below, followed by the next, followed by the next, followed by the next. This gives you an aspect of understanding that this coin is on an uptrend. I don't know if my message is clear. Now, let me push it to a lower time frame, like 5 minutes, to show you when things try to change. Now, when the market changes, just for learning purposes, when the market changes, like you see here, in this aspect here, you see that now things have changed. The 30 moving average is above, followed by the 20, followed by the 10, and followed by the 5. So it means that the coin that was on an uptrend has turned to a downward trend. As simple as that. So when you put a coin in a bigger time frame, like 4 hours, you want to understand, is this coin on an uptrend or it is on a downward trend? Now, it gives you a clear aspect that this coin is on an uptrend. Number 2, how are you going to trade? Now, you can make your entries either in simple terms that we have looked at before. You can make your entries using what we call the moving average convergence divergence indicator. But the challenge you will suffer with this indicator is that it is very slow. But as a trader who knows what you are doing, let me remove everything. But as a trader who knows how to do analysis, you can basically see with your naked eyes, because these things, I remember, is one of the topics that have been handled here. Number 1, the 4 stages of market behavior. That's what I would use for simple understanding. That the market moves from this point, goes up 100%. And this stage is called expansion. The market expands. Then the market does the second stage called retracement. The market retraces. Then from here, it does what we call expansion. Now, in an uptrend, you will always get retracement, expansion, retracement, expansion. This will be the common thing. I don't know if that is clear, because I want everybody to understand that even before you put indicators, you can be able to see it moved from here, it has gone up. What do I expect? A retracement. Moved from here, what do I expect? A retracement. And after retracement, you are now going to apply indicators that are going to help you understand whether you are going to enter this coin or not. If that is clear, give me a 2 in the chat. By just looking with your naked eyes, you should be able to see that. If that is clear, give me a 2 in the chat. This simplifies your trading. This makes trading very simple for you. Now, the next step is to apply indicators to find an entry on a particular coin you want to trade. Now, if you cannot understand those stages of market movement or price expansion, then it's going to be very hard for you to enjoy financial markets. Even right now, when markets seem to be starting to be good enough, okay? So you should be able, when you open a coin, for example, look at this coin. Let me remove indicators. Look at this coin in a 15 minutes time frame, okay? As a trader, you are able to say, this coin moved from here, went up 100%. What is the next? Retracement. And after retracement, what's going to happen next? Expansion. The expansion will always go higher. It will always go higher than the previous highest point. If I'm clear, drop a 5 in the chat. And I want everybody to understand that, because that is what the market is going to continue to do in an upward trend. And as long as you can be able to understand that making money is going to be very easy for you, you don't need even to draw lines. When you open the coin, you see, this coin moved from the lowest price and formed the highest price. I don't know if I'm creating sense. From the lowest price, it formed the highest price. Now, after forming the highest price, what do you expect as a trader? You expect a coin to form what we call a retracement. And as long as the retracement is going to come up, after the retracement, the coin is going to expand and go higher than the previous highest point it made in the market. And with that in your mind, you are now going to just apply indicators. I don't know if now I'm making it clear. You are now just going to apply indicators to find an entry in the market and you make money. Can I continue? Is that point clear? So the first stages of market performance must be in your head: expansion, retracement, expansion. And with those three stages, make sure you make money off them. Am I clear? Am I clear? Because that's where the money is made. Retracement, expansion, retracement, expansion, retracement, expansion. So the market expands, retraces, expands. Then after expansion, if this coin is going to return, then we shall have market reversal, which I believe that after the 20th, we are going to have market reversal. We are going to have coins go down after Donald Trump getting to office. Am I very clear? No, you want my screen about what? Some of you is like, I don't understand you. I'm want to find out. You want my screen for what now? Me, I've finished to explain. And you are telling me you have understood. Now, screen for what? Huh? Screen for what? Preset prices can be applied anywhere. Do you see? Do you see? Now, if you are using trading view, if you are using trading view, that's where now you come and apply. The person who was telling me about, the person who was talking about what? About, I've had someone talk about what, before I forget. Talk about preset prices. They are very applicable. For example, if I come and I bring my fib retracement, I press it from the lowest point to the highest point. Remember, these lines, they act as support and what? And resistance. And I look at this coin here in the 4-hour time frame. The stochastic RSI is pointing down. But I see that this coin has gone up from the retracement. The retracement has not reached 38.2 or 50 or 61. Now, the stochastic RSI in the 4-hour time frame is pointing down. I just lower to the 1 hour and I want to find out, is it true that this coin is going to come down? And you see in the 1 hour, so it is something different. The coin has secured a very good support point and now it is planning to move up. Am I making sense? I can even continue in 30 minutes to confirm my decision. You see, in 30 minutes, the coin has formed a very good support point and is planning to continue. So in my mind, I understand the following. Let me bring the tool. That this coin moved from this point, went up 100%. It is now forming a retracement and then continue in an upward direction. Is that clear? Is that clear? That should be on the mind of every trader. And if you can't understand that, then you can't trade. If you can't understand that, then you can't trade. Someone is asking why. Why can't you trade? Because you do not understand where you expect markets to continue giving you a better understanding of the market. Now, if you have not been attending the previous classes, now I'm not here to die on you. You must be attending the previous classes to continue understanding. Now, that's done. The next important point is to apply indicators. Like if you look at this coin, look here. Here, this is the stochastic RSI down here at the bottom, which is a momentum indicator. But even if I remove this and I apply the MACD, which you learned yesterday, the moving average convergence divergence indicator. I come here and I apply the MACD. Did I tap on it well? Plus sign, FX indicators, MACD, moving average. Okay, it has been added to the chart. Now, even if I come and I look at the MACD, which you learned yesterday, okay, you can see that when you come and draw maybe a horizontal line or a vertical line at the crossover here, or at the crossover here, where the crossover happens, which was that point, because this is a lagging indicator. What I mean by lagging, it does not give real-time information in the market. You can basically see that the signal line is above, or what people call the MACD line, this one, it's above, below this line, meaning that after the crossover, you see that these lines continue to separate. They had tried to meet at this point where the volume had gone down, but they are now trying to separate. Now, this just continues to give you confidence about your trade. And in your understanding, it is ringing in your bell very, very clear that from the current price here to the highest high, which is 0, which is your next resistance line. Because when you are using the fib, you understand that you are using what we call support and resistance. Now, to help you decide better, you can have more than one indicators in your chart. And another one could be maybe the Bollinger Bands, which you have also looked at. But to me now, the Bollinger Bands may not make a lot of insight. So I will just get them away. But let us apply another simple one, the RSI, the Relative Strength Index, or the Stochastic RSI, any of the two, which will give you a real-time presentation of the market. And as long as you have drawn either your support and your resistances very well, you drew a horizontal line at the highest price, which is here, and you drew your horizontal line at the lowest price, which is here. Me personally, when I'm drawing support and resistance, I don't draw at the highest lines and at the lowest lines. Me, I change my chart type to line. And I always draw, me personally, my support line and resistance line to the, let me delete this so that I repeat my statement very well. Me, when I'm drawing support and resistance, me personally, there is something that I want to show you. Me, this is how I do my support and resistance. I draw a line at the inverted V, this point here, and I also draw a line, sorry, at a normal V and at an inverted V. So wherever there is an inverted V, I'll always draw their line. And wherever there is a normal V, I'll always draw their line. Now, people have always asked me, why do I trade like that? It prevents me from trading what I call the wicks of the trade. So a coin goes up and it forms a higher high that has a very high wick. So instead of me avoiding that, I usually trade what we call the body of the candle. So I usually return coins back to lines. And me personally, I usually trade in the 4-hour time frame. That is my time frame for trading. Okay? It gives me a better insight about the market. So for example, here, I will draw my line at the lowest point here to be my support. Then I will draw my line. I'll draw another line to the, this is the normal V. This is the inverted V. And that will be my approach to the trade. This is the inverted V. Okay. And it simplifies my analysis. This is the normal V. Just like that. Is that clear? That is my approach. So after drawing my chart like this, and I want to maybe trade, I can look at the market in a lower time frame, maybe in 1 hour, to give me a better insight. Maybe in 30 minutes to give me a better insight. Maybe in 15 minutes to give you a better insight. The reason why I draw the other side and come back here is to see if I could find an entry in the market. I don't know if that is clear. And I can do this to as many trades as possible. I don't know. For example, let's look at this coin called Lister. So let me say I come in the 4-hour time frame, me personally, and I want to analyze the what? The chart. So the line simplifies my trading analysis. Number one, if I want to draw, for example, the other time you learned about the Paro channel, and I want to connect these points together, it gets very easy for me because I'll just place it at that inverted V, stretch it to just have 1 or 2 points, which is done, okay? Then I stretch it to the other inverted V like that, and I've finished my Paro channel. Am I making sense? I don't know if someone is able to understand. Then I don't stop here. I will draw now my other horizontal lines on the same chart. I don't know if someone is getting me. I come back again. I still say, okay, where is the normal V? It is here. I draw the line. Where is another inverted V? Above it to be my resistance. This was my support. And if I'm going to draw my resistance, I'll draw it at this other V here. I don't know if someone is able to understand. And when I draw my lines, I track them to the past. Tracking to the past, so I draw another line here. I don't know if someone is. Then I go to a lower time frame, maybe 15 minutes, to see whether my lines correspond with what is happening in the market. All I need to draw other lines in a shorter time frame to give me a better insight about the market. I don't know if you are able to understand how to draw my approach, support and resistance in a simple way. I don't know if someone is able to understand that. So it helps me personally to avoid missing out, because when I return my chart to where, so I tap here, chart type, and I return it back to candles, you are able to see that I avoid those higher highs. Let me go back to my 4-hour time frame where I drew my first lines. It helps me personally to avoid, the chart is slow. It helps me personally to avoid the wicks and give me a better insight about the coin that I'm trying to trade. I don't know if someone is able to understand. So you see, now you'll find that due to practice, I no longer now change my chart. I now look here, and from my current price, the highest price could be this one, the body close of the candle. Another highest price from my current price, which is now my resistance line, would be this one, another highest price. So me having drawn these lines, when I apply the stochastic RSI or I apply the MACD, and I now know, let me first remove the MACD. I now know that, okay, if I'm going to trade this coin, my next resistance line after the crossover there, if I want to trade and take a risk, okay, and take a risk here, maybe from the current price where it is, to this. This will be my take profit. I don't know if someone is able. If I want to be patient, then that will be my take profit. I don't know if someone is able to understand, but looking at the stochastic RSI here, it already shows me that this coin is in the overward. Some answers in the chart. This coin shows me that it is closer in the overward. Let me see in the chart. The coin is closer in the overward, in the overbought area, which means the risk is too high. Am I clear? Which means the risk is too high. So I have a question. Would you like to throw your money in the market when the coin has been overbought? That's where the question comes in play. Do you want to throw your money in the market when the coin has been overbought? No. So I will run away. I don't know if it is clear. I'll run away. Then because the coins are many, I'm not loyal to any cryptocurrency. I'll come and find another coin that maybe has a better buying opportunity. But that doesn't mean that this coin will not deliver. Number two, prepare for your next trade. That is my next insight. Prepare for your next trade. As a trader, you now know that if you come and press your fib retracement here from this lowest price to this highest price, we expect what we call a what? A retracement. Now, go back to your chart and construct lines of support and resistance. Go back to your chart and construct lines of support and resistance. Either use a line, I don't care. Or you don't use a line, it's none of my business. But you can construct areas of support and resistance. Either use a line or use a chart, it's none of my business. But you can construct where the market was supported and where the market was resisted in the past. And I would advise as follows. Number one, when I draw my horizontal line at this point, I personally expect that the market will either retrace at the 50% line, which is here. You are preparing for your next trade. Now, most of you have issues with analysis, but let me give you a simple understanding as I trade here. And at first, I was always annoyed about this, but let me give a simple logic. Because when a coin moves from this point and goes high to this point, we all know that it's going to retrace a little bit, either, and then it goes back. And where we expect it to retrace, if we are doing just price action, is around this point. Why? Because it is the previous close to support area where the market was supported. That's where we expect. Then we expect it to move higher than the retracement. Now, the Fibonacci helps you to understand that point. I don't know if I'm getting understood. When you press your fib from the lowest point to the highest point, it helps you understand that point, which that point could be either enter at 50%. Don't even argue with the coin. You can enter at 50%. Then you open margin calls. Now, that's where your business is, because when you open more margin calls and the coin continues going down, you will be very happy. When I enter coin and it doesn't go down, me, I get annoyed. You will be very happy. This is Hawaii. Our robot is called a martingale robot. Look here. Once it buys here, let me say it bought here, all these will be margin calls. I want to create understanding because I've seen noisy traders making noise everywhere. The robot, you know, there's a difference between a noisy trader and the one who understands how robots work. Now, I enter from here and I open my margin calls. All of these from here, I'll be applying the understanding of a martingale robot. I don't know if someone understand what I'm talking about, because those are just I entered from here. And the robot bought up to here. Meaning that when this market starts going up, my robot will sell. And that's how the money is made with the robot. Because when I buy here, because that's where now people don't understand. When I buy here and the market just shoots up and the robot doesn't buy more, will I make good money? I don't know if I'm creating understanding. I don't know if I'm creating understanding. I want people to understand. When I buy, when the coin is going to reverse and it gives me, will I make good money? Of the two people, who will make more money? Of the two people, who will make more money, A or B? Of the two people, who will make more money? Because the people who talk about robots, their understanding is basically technical analysis. I don't know if, because I've seen them on TikTok. Their understanding is technical analysis, but the understanding is not robot. I don't know. I don't know if someone is understanding. The understanding is technical analysis, but the understanding is not how the robot works. I don't know if someone is. Look here, friends. That's where most of you miss out big time. Look here. I want to bring understanding. When the robot, the only challenge is that you buy here. That's where maybe the challenge is. And the coin just dips. And your margin calls were a few. But when the robot buys here, because as a trader, you know that when a coin, like if you look at this downtrend, look here. From this price, the coin went down, retracement. This is the retracement, expansion. Am I creating sense? Am I creating sense? From expansion, reversal. I want you to understand this logic, because anybody who understands this logic, they can trade. Look here. Let me explain. I want you to understand this is the most important thing you can learn from trading. From this highest price, the coin went down. This is called expansion to the downside. After expansion, retracement to the upside. After retracement to the upside, expansion to the downside. After expansion, it has finished the 3 cycles. The next thing we expect is reversal. If you understand this, now this was a downward trend. Then now, after the downward trend, now we go to the upward trend from this point. Because once that gets in your mind, trading is going to be easier for you. From this point, the coin has gone up 100%. What do we expect? Retracement. I don't know if I'm making sense to someone to understand. If you understand this logic, trading is going to be very easy for you. You will be expecting what is going to happen next. And that's what I'm trying to focus on. Before even I continue to what I was teaching that is causing people to get confused. From this point, the market's going to go up 100%. From here, what do we expect? Retracement. From retracement, what do we expect? Expansion. From expansion, what do we expect? Reversal. Eh? If you understand that in your mind, you will always predict where the coin is going to go. Am I clear? Am I clear? The 4 stages of price movement, if they get clear, even if the coin is on a downtrend, it goes down 100%, it has to retrace. After retrace, it has to expand. After expand, it's gonna be able to reverse. If that gets clear with your mind, you open any coin, anywhere, and you are confident about what you expect. I don't know. I don't know if things are easy. You know, me, I want to make things easy. Now, what do I expect here? Answers. After retracement, what am I going to get here? If we're told this is the retracement, what is going to happen? What is going to happen here? If we're told now, indicators help us to know whether this is the right point for us to make money. What is going to happen here? Answers in the chat. Expansion, retracement. What is next? What is next? Now someone is typing reversal. Learning, teaching is not easy. Teaching is not easy. Teaching is very hard. That's why some of you blame why someone got a degree and the degree is not applicable. Don't joke with teaching. Hey, don't joke with teaching. You take an engineer on the site, the engineer doesn't remember where. You ask him how many square meter the engineer does, because at that point he got things vice versa. When a coin expands, the next thing you expect is a retracement. After the retracement, what do you expect? After the retracement, what do you expect? An expansion or a continuation of the previous uptrend. And someone is typing reverse. Now, when you open your coin and apply RSI, do you see that the RSI here is gathering to go up? How many of you are seeing that the RSI is gathering? When you put maybe KDJ, when you put maybe MACD, some of them may not be very clear. Then you apply, let me say, the Bollinger Band. I don't know if things are now getting clear. You will see that the green candle is closing above the middle moving average line. Sit down. Sit. Sit. All right. Am I getting says let me open sushi? Let me open sushi. Do you see now here it was very clear? Do you see it here? How many of you see it here? Some coins may be clear, some may be not. But do you see sushi defining what I was talking about? If you see sushi defining expansion, retracement, expansion, am I creating says now? It is also giving you MACD crossover areas. The MACD has crossed. When you put the KDJ, it has crossed. When you put the RSI, it has crossed. Am I creating understanding? Expansion, retracement, expansion. If that thing gets in your mind, you are going to enjoy the business. But if you can't see that, then forget trading. Someone is saying open Troy. I know you are crying because you're on floating rows. Someone can type a coin 1,000,000 times because they are in floating rows. Now, what do we expect here on Troy? Expansion, retracement. What do we expect now on Troy? Answers in the chat. We are in 15 minutes. What do we expect on Troy now? Answers in the chat so that someone can cry very well. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. So that someone can cry very well. I needed to show people because it seems people. Let me put him in the bigger time frame. It seems the smaller time frame. Now let me remove the Bollinger Band. Now what do we expect here? Because this was a total reverse. This was a total reversal. This was a very total reversal. If you look at this coin, now it has come down, it has had a retracement. Now, this coin, you just need to be patient. One day it will give you a good pump, but not now. Put it in one day. One day it will give you a good pump, but not now. I hope everybody can see. You see, people, they want hope. Now, what we expect here, even if we put it in one day, you can see your coin is still struggling in the downside. I don't want to give you false hope. Your coin is still struggling in the downside. Just be patient. I'm not a hope giver. The coin is struggling. Is that clear that the coin is struggling? Someone wants hope. You can see with your naked eyes. The coin is struggling. So be calm. Stop typing. Your coins, you are floating. Go and look at them. The coin is struggling. You open other, open any, open all, open. Go and look at your coins. They are struggling. Now you want hope. At the right time, they will rise. I know people want me to give them hope, but that is not why I'm here. But is my message clear? Is my message clear? That's why the other day I was here and I said, there are coins that are highly volatile. If you have a smaller heart, avoid them. Now, let's dive into. Someone can be blocked for nothing. Now, indicators are going to help you. For example, this is 15 minutes. Let us apply the KDJ. Now, yes, expansion, reversal. In your mind, you know expansion, retracement, expansion. But when you apply the KDJ or when you apply the MACD or the KDJ, if you have learned about the KDJ in one of our classes or the RSI, does it give you hope about your decision? That's where now we apply. When you apply the Bollinger Band tries to. But when you apply the KDJ or the MACD or the RSI, does it give you hope about your decision? Now, indicators help you confirm what you already know in your mind. I don't know if it is adding up. Am I trying to add up? That's why we teach indicators. Indicators help you decide what is already on your mind. Am I getting clearer? So do not just say expansion, retracement, expansion. Apply indicators to help you decide better. But here comes the question. Here comes the question. I usually, me personally, love 4 hours. Was my point clear? I'm not here to die on you so that you learn a lot, but I'm here to bring understanding. But I hope you are able to learn something. Whether you are using trading view, indicators will help you understand what you expect, but also indicators will help you make good decisions in the market. Is that clear? For example, if you want to trade this coin called Alpha, called the PH, you bring your fib, you press it from your lowest point of your choice to the highest point of your choice. And you see, now, once it gets to 50%, you enter the coin, or you set it as a preset price. Then you open margin calls. When you go back in the past of this coin here, you'll find areas of support and resistance. Like you see, there is a point here. You can even take this one. Those are margin calls. And you will find that once this coin will get into these areas, they will be able to reverse. I hope, Mia, I think that is enough for recap. I have done enough recap throughout the week. Does time frame affect nothing? But I think I have done enough recap. I think I have done enough recap. I have done enough recap. You may not have understood everything, but you have understood something. Now, the next session, the reason why I've not gone so much in Royal Q, because the next session is about question and answers. Come there. The next question is about question and answers. So come there. So when I finish the answers from here, what will I answer at the question and answer session? So the next one is because you can very easily someone says take home signal. Then I needed my other phone. This is one of my good coins, SDPT. Stop it. Okay, take home signal is here. Take home. Take home signal. Someone needs a signal. It is here. And I have sure deal. It is not, I'm not getting more accurate, but it's around 1.8. Why are you opening my shoe? Virtue, stop bad manners. Why are you opening my shoe? You play so much sometimes. Give my shoe. Okay. So this is the take home. 2%. 2%. 2%. And if you are a solid trader, if you are a solid trader, now this is for solid traders, but the coin is a little bit trying to consolidate. But if you are a solid trader, you are someone who doesn't fear. You are shivering, you are not taking water, feeling bad, solid traders in the house. This is for solid traders. You are not shivering. The coin is down here. I'm not drinking. This is for you. Solid traders. Weak traders take 2%. Solid traders. Two-thirds, 3%. Alphas 10%. Weak traders 2%. Solid traders 3%. Alphas 10%. Weak traders 2%. You're not seeing my screen. Okay, I thought I was sharing. Weak traders 2%. Solid traders 3%. The coin is called STPT. Now someone is asking himself, I have used the phenomenon of a divergence from this lowest point here. There is a divergence in the RSI. But we shall teach this. So when I draw a line, at these points, although it is not accurate, doesn't look so accurate. But if you can take 2%, or if you are solid, you can take 10%. If you are solid means you are patient. If you want now, 2%. Aren't you sharing this on the channel? I can share, it's not a big deal. But you are here. The coin is called STPT. The coin is called STPT. It's a very good coin. I'll give 2%, but someone can take 3%. I think that's enough for today. See you on the next call. See you on the next call. Bye, everybody. Question and answer. I will now go to strictly to Royal Q. You have learned one or two things, then it's okay. See you on the next call.